Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So a couple weeks ago, I unboxed this beautiful Fendi C'mon bag. And I mentioned in that video that I would do a comparison to this bag, my Celine Triomphe bag. So the way today's video is going to work is we're going to break it down into sections. I am going to talk about a description, kind of as I like to call it, the anatomy of the bag. So I will do that for each bag. We will talk about what fits in each bag. We will talk about the pros and cons of each bag. We will talk about sort of the functionality, the ease of use of each bag. We'll talk about the different ways to wear. And then finally, I will wrap it all up with, if I had to do it over again and I could only pick one, which one would I pick? So let's get started. So let's start out with a description and a little walkthrough of each bag. So again, as I mentioned, this is the Celine Triomphe in the classic, or I think some people call it the medium size. And just referring to my notes here so I get these dimensions correct, this is 22 centimeters across, 15.5 centimeters high, and 6 centimeters wide. This does not have any back pocket. This particular bag is made out of shiny calfskin, and you've got this beautiful Triomphe gold hardware clasp on the front. You also have an adjustable strap here that has 5 adjustment positions on it. The maximum strap length, which it is on right now, is 51 centimeters. This bag retails in the United States for $4,150 right now. So the way you open this bag is there's a little button on the side here that you push in. I will say it's a little fussy, especially with long nails. So the interior of the bag is basically accordion shaped. It's got a very similar layout to the Pochette Métis from Louis Vuitton, if you're familiar with that. You have kind of a narrower compartment up front here. Then you have a sort of the largest compartment in the center, which corresponds to this, wide part at the bottom. Then you have another fairly small compartment here, a slit pocket in the very far back, and then there is a zip pocket that is on the back of that middle compartment. As I mentioned, there is no back pocket on it. It is just one smooth piece of leather, and there are no feet on the bottom. The Fendi C'mon bag is 21 centimeters across by 15 centimeters high and 6.5 centimeters deep. This is in, I would say, sort of a smooth calfskin, so not a shiny calfskin. I would say that the Celine Triomphe bag is probably a little more similar to maybe like a box calf than just this more kind of smooth calfskin. Obviously, we've got the FF logo on the front in this sort of antique gold hardware. This does have a back pocket. Does not fit a phone, although I have been known to put my phone in it like vertically, and then obviously it sticks out the top, but in a pinch it does work to just kind of hold it there briefly. It has just a magnetic, which is a pretty strong magnetic closure, and it is basically just one large center compartment. There is one slit pocket, hopefully you can see that on the back. And this is leather up on this part, and then the rest of the bag is lined in suede. You can see there are no feet on the bottom. The maximum strap length on this is 56 centimeters, so about 5 centimeters or 2.5-ish, 2 inches or so longer, and this has 7 adjustment points as opposed to the 5 on the Celine bag. And this retails currently in the United States for $2,490. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and I love to do videos on luxury handbags, shoes, ready to wear. I love to do some styling videos, and I do those things from the perspective of someone who is in the middle of her life, as well as someone who is mid-sized. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, I would love it if you would join us here. Click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. Next, let's talk about sort of the ease of use, or the functionality, I would say, of the bag. So as I mentioned, this beautiful clasp on the Celine Triomphe bag is gorgeous. It's beautiful. And like I said, what you do is you push this little button here on the side, and then that releases the clasp. I will say, when you have nails like I do, any longer, you're really gonna struggle with this bag. But I mean, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. But I will say, it's definitely not as easy as just the Fendi C'mon bag, which is just a simple magnet that you just lift up, right? This actually has to line up, and then it slots into that. And then, like I said, you push and see, like I said, sometimes with my nails, it kind of gets in the way, but you basically just push in on that button there on the side, and then that releases this, and you open it up. Now, on this one, from the standpoint of like functionality of the bag, you have more compartments, which means you can divide up your items more. I tend to put my phone sort of in this front pocket here. I put my card holder and clay, my sunglasses probably in this middle compartment. Honestly, I don't really even use this back pocket, or honestly even this slip pocket, but you know, you definitely have different compartments that you can use to divide up your items. Now, some people will say that they don't like a divided bag, and I will definitely say, depending on the bag, I would prefer brands to not put all of the dividers in and just give me one large compartment, i.e. the Louis Vuitton Capucines bag, especially on the mini size. I think putting that center divider is a huge waste of space and makes it much more difficult to get into the bag. With this particular bag, and you'll see this when I do sort of the what fits section of the video, I don't feel like it really impedes the use of this bag. I think it is nicely divided. I think the center compartment is big enough to hold, you know, most things that people would take without really feeling constrained. You know, but obviously this flap has to fold over and reach this clasp. It can only expand so far, I guess is my point. Now, as I mentioned, on the Fendi C'mon bag, it is literally just a magnet, a strong magnet, but a magnet nonetheless. And then you just have this one non-divided main compartment. Now, because of the shape of this bag, because it is rounded and because it's wider at the bottom and, you know, narrower as you come up, and it's the narrowest at the top here, it does impede the certain types of items that you can fit in this bag. Now, I can fit all of my essentials, which again, you'll see in the what fits, but you know, I would say that this definitely holds less than the Celine Triomphe bag. So let's talk about the different ways to wear these bags. I generally wear both of these bags crossbody. I'm going to show you them both on the shoulder versus crossbody. So here is the Fendi C'mon bag. Yes, you can see Hermes unboxing to come there on the floor. But this is the top of my hip, so this is where it hits as a long shoulder bag. And here is the Celine Triomphe bag. At its shortest setting, my hip is about here. So you can see this is hitting me closer to my natural waist, as I would say, versus the C'mon, which is a little bit longer. So you can see here how the two hit me if they're both on their shortest setting as a long shoulder bag. Here are both bags crossbody. Now, as you can see, the Fendi C'mon bag definitely hits me a little bit lower. Again, I would say neither one is my ideal length for a crossbody bag. This one hits me, I would say, much closer, my hip bone. This is about an inch maybe above my hip bone. This one, again, I would say on the longest setting crossbody is hitting me closer, pretty much again at my natural waist. But I will say that it doesn't bother me that this one is higher. There's no top handle, so it's not, you know, up in my boob, as I like to say, and it's comfortable. I don't mind it. It makes it very easy to get in and out of, even using my left hand with my nails. So, you know, very easy to get your items in and out. just like that. And the same thing over here, you know, just lift up, get whatever you need in and out. That's the way they look. Now, despite being able to wear both of these bags with their straps that they come with in the same manner, in other words, I can wear both of them, you know, long shoulder or crossbody. The Fendi C'mon definitely wins as far as versatility of the way you can carry it, assuming you have some other straps. The Celine Triomphe bag, it has a adjustable strap, but it's not removable. So as you can see, this is affixed to this particular square hardware to the side of the bag. So while I can adjust the height to, you know, whatever length works best for me, I can't take it off. Whereas if you saw my unboxing video and also the video that I did comparing the medium size C'mon bag to the small/mini size in a couple of different colors that Brandon had sent me to try, he also sent me several different chains and straps. So I also have the O-lock chain from Fendi, and I also have a strap U, which is the fabric or woven with the FF print, and I'll pop some pictures up here of me on my recent trip to Dallas where I was wearing it with that strap U. So from a versatility standpoint, you can easily, so this just threads through these brushed gold hardware little like loops here. So you just, you know, simply undo the strap and then slide this out. And now you just have two rings here that you can attach any other strap that you might have. So if you have some straps from Samorga that you want to put on, if you have like a short little top handle, you could do it as a little top handle moment. You can put on a chunky chain, you know, that has a sort of a shorter/medium length and wear it more as like an evening bag. And again, if you watched my other videos, you will see me try some of those other straps and show the versatility of this bag. So I would say definitely from a versatility standpoint of how you can carry these different bags, the Fendi C'mon definitely wins. Now let's talk about the pros and cons. So I would say let's start with the good. A pro is, you know, ease of getting into it, ease of getting items in and out of it. I think another pro is that it does have this back pocket. So, you know, for example, if you've got parking tickets or if you have a Metro card, if you're taking public transportation, things like that, receipts, those are something that's nice to just be able to slip in there. You can also slip in a flat card holder, for example, and you know, if you want easy access to that, you know, it's nice because it's up against your body, so it's protected more, so it, you know, is a little more secure from that perspective. I would say another pro from this particular bag is that it already has brushed gold hardware. So, you know, even if it does scratch, I don't think you'll notice it so much because it is sort of this aged brushed gold hardware. Scratches aren't going to show as much. Another pro, the price. This bag is almost half, or I guess let's say 40%, about 40% less than the Celine bag. So I think from a cost perspective, given the fact that you are getting an all leather bag for under $2,500 USD, I think that is a great deal. And I think probably the other final pro to this bag is what we talked about, the versatility. The ability to use the strap that it comes with, the leather strap, as both a long shoulder or a crossbody bag is great, but the even better ability to be able to take it off and then use these rings to attach whatever strap you want to makes this a really versatile bag. And so I think from a day to night bag, this one is a great option. Let's talk about the pros of the Celine Triomphe bag. The hardware is beautiful. I mean, I don't think anybody would deny that this, you know, shiny gold Triomphe logo is just stunning. Another pro, it holds quite a bit for being a, I would say, small bag. it really does pack a punch when it comes to what it holds. And you know, you've definitely got, you know, some extra security if you want to put something in the zip pocket. You've got this back slit pocket that if you again want to put something, you know, receipts or a Metro card, something that you want sort of separated from everything but still kind of easy to get to, you can put that back there. I think another pro is that this leather is gorgeous. This shiny calfskin, the feel of it, the smell of it is, you guys know I like to smell my bags, is just beautiful. And you know, you do have some versatility in how you wear it because the strap is adjustable. You can go ahead and, you know, set it to the length that you want depending on how you want to wear it. I think if you want to wear it be a little more dressy with it, you obviously wear it more as a shoulder bag, and I think it looks great that way. So I do think that this can be more of a dressier, I mean, I certainly wouldn't take either one of these bags, even the Fendi bag with like a little short chain handle, I'm not sure that I would wear as like, you know, a black tie bag. But you know, any nice dinner, I think you could take either bag to and be, you know, very appropriately dressed. All right, let's talk about the cons now. The cons for the Fendi C'mon bag is it's a little bit smaller. Even though the dimensions are very similar on the bags, because this tapers in on the sides, you lose some functionality of the bag. In addition to the corners being rounded, you again lose some space and the ability to use this bag. What are the cons for the Celine Triomphe? The first is that this hardware is going to scratch, and I will tell you, I'm not sure that the camera will pick it up or not, but there is a scratch right there on my hardware. It was sitting draped on the back of my chair. It slid off, hit the floor, which was like a concrete floor when we were out at a restaurant, and it scratched the hardware. So I think one con is, you know, when you have beautiful shiny gold hardware like this, despite it being a pro because it's beautiful, there is a yin and a yang, and the flip side is that it will get scratched somewhat fairly easily. I would definitely say that the fact that this strap does not come off is another con for this bag, and the fact that it doesn't have a back pocket. I think that because of the expanse of this leather, if Celine had put a back pocket, you know, even if it just came to kind of like right here so it didn't impede the opening, I think that would have been a great feature for this bag. And finally, the last con for this bag is the price. It is, like I said, about 40% more than the Fendi C'mon bag. And I think in comparison, that would be a con for this bag. So let's show you what fits in each bag. We'll definitely say you can fit more in the Triomphe bag. So I've already got this loaded up here, and you can kind of see what I have. I would always put my phone in this front pocket, so that's what would fit there. In the back, I have my power bank, my extended battery for my iPhone, and then in this pocket here, I've got a Chanel flat card holder. I have my clay. I have my mini pochette accessoire, and I have my AirPods. And then I definitely could have put my sunglasses on top there. In fact, I'll show you that again because I neglected to have those in there. There is everything back in there. Like I said, I would put my phone there, and even with the sunglasses, that snaps up just fine. All right, let's look and see what fits in the Fendi C'mon bag. I basically have everything that I had in the Celine Triomphe bag, minus my power bank now, and my phone actually. So that's probably a major difference between the two. So when you open it up, you can see I've got my sunglasses on top here, and I've got my mini pochette, my clay, my flat card holder, and my AirPods. Now, in all honesty, I would never take my mini pochette in this bag. It really is too small. Let me show you how I would really pack this bag if I were going out, but I wanted to show you that you can fit a mini pochette accessoire in here. Like I said, I just personally wouldn't do it. So here is my Bottega snap card holder. As you can see, I am using that right now, and I actually have bills right back here. I have been loving this SLG, by the way. So the nice thing, like I said, kind of about the Fendi C'mon bag is you can put things upright, but honestly, I wouldn't here just because I want to be able to put my sunglasses on top. So I can put that in here. I can put my clay in here, which goes nicely in front. I can put my AirPods, which slip, you know, very easily in there. Can take a lippy if I need to, just tuck that again down on the side. I can still fit my phone in the back here. I know you may not believe me, but I can, because I've done this. And then, you know, putting my glasses on the top here. And I will say this closes a heck of a lot easier than it did when I had all those things with the mini pochette accessoire in it. So this is what I would generally carry on a daily basis. But, you know, I will definitely say when it comes to capacity, the Celine Triomphe definitely wins. So what are my final thoughts? That's a tough one, guys. I think there are pros and cons to both bags, and some of the pros I think are really great, and some of the cons are really negative. So it's really hard for me to balance. I would say that if you are somebody who tends to carry, you know, just kind of like I said, what I do on a daily basis, you know, some kind of card holder, maybe also a clay, a lipstick or a lip balm, your AirPods, your phone, and some sunglasses, I think that this is your best bet. It is, like I said, about 40% less than the Celine Triomphe bag. You get a much more versatile bag, and a bag that's a little bit easier, I would say, to get in and out of. However, if you carry slightly more than that, and you really want to be able to carry, like I said, a mini pochette or a cosmetic pouch, something like that, then I think you should go for the Celine Triomphe bag. It's a lot more expensive, but that's something that's important to you to carry more of those items, then I think this is the way to go. If I could only pick one, which one would I pick? That is a really, really hard question. I guess I would say, because it's so much less expensive, even if you get the medium version of this, which is $29.50, which is probably more comparable in what you can carry to the Triomphe bag, even though the dimensions are slightly bigger than this. The medium in this does carry a mini pochette very easily. Again, I'll link that video where I unboxed and showed both sizes, and I did a pretty in-depth what fits in both of those, so you can see a little bit more what fits into the medium size. But if we're just looking at the small versus the Celine Triomphe Classic, I think I would go with this one, just because, like I said, it's got the versatility. It does have the back pocket. Yes, it carries a little bit less, but for my purposes, it carries what I need it to carry. And so basically, for price and versatility alone, this probably wins for me. So I hope you found that video helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you were picking between the Celine Triomphe and the Fendi C'mon. Which would you pick? As you saw, it was a tough decision for me, so hopefully you know that means that I really love both bags, and it's not like I'm leaning so much towards one versus another. So I don't think you can go wrong with either one. Maybe that confuses you even more, but hopefully my comparisons, showing you what fits, how you can wear it, those kind of things help somebody out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. It does help the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would click that subscribe button down below and the notification bell. It really means a lot to me as a creator and other creators when you subscribe to their channel. And if you haven't had enough of me yet, I will pop another video up here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.